I want to play a little bit
Yes.
of Bobby Chacon, who was on Vinnie Politan's here.
Or hearing anything suspicious, does that make sense to you?
No, I think they saw it and they were either.
But wow, she must have been upstairs. And even if she ran upstairs,
I don't know what happened
what did
there.
she notice? A tripod, some weird
Grizzler? Because of Grizzly True Crime.
grizzly, like grizzly. Makes sense. Makes sense. So, Vinny, I've been obsessed with this myself because it doesn't make any sense. How do you get a body out of the house and all of that? How does Jenn then not know? And you know, in studying the photos that I've received from my FOIA request, which is about 40 gigs of photos, slowly but surely, I wonder if the whole going upstairs is really just a story, another lie on top of a lie. I truly believe everything happened downstairs that night. There's so many clues. There's Madeline Soto's one crock that's in Jenn Soto's master bedroom. There is Madeline Soto's underwear just under the bed sheets. There's Stephan Sterns' boxer shorts, which matches the one he's wearing that I unfortunately had to see in some of the photos because they slowly peeled his clothes off for evidence. And so it matches that as well. So how on earth would Jenn Soto be like, there's his boxer shorts, there's her underwear, there's her crock, but wow, she must have been upstairs. And even if she ran upstairs, wouldn't she notice a tripod, some weird cream, possibly some weird toys and things lying around? It doesn't make any sense. The only thing that makes sense to me now, based on everything I've seen, is that it happened downstairs.
Bobby Chacon, you've got all these people in the house. No one is seeing or hearing anything suspicious. Does that make sense to you?
No, I think they saw it and they were either complicit in it or they were ignoring it. I think that it's hard for me to believe that this pattern of abuse lasted this many years with nobody else knowing except for the victim and the perpetrator. That mother, in my mind, had to know if she, mothers have that instinct, that motherly instinct, even if they're bad mothers. If your 13-year-old daughter is uncomfortable in a situation. She knew the girl was uncomfortable in this relationship. And it's just a tragedy that this young child fell under the care of a mother who would ignore this kind of activity and subject her daughter to this kind of danger.
Yeah, and as we have heard and has been reported, law enforcement has no plans to charge Jenn Soto with anything. And my take on that is they can't prove that she knew based on whatever evidence they've uncovered here. But the evidence is the evidence. I want to put up on the screen, this is from Orange County Sheriff's Office search warrant. This is another baffling part of all this. It should be noted, prior to the search of Stephan's apartment, I was advised there were photographs located on Stephan's phone where he appeared to record his roommate in secret. While at the apartment, I was able to utilize Stephan's cell phone and recreate the angle and contents of the photographs by placing his cell phone under the crack of the roommate's bedroom door. I photographed the placement of Stephan's cell phone and uploaded it to evidence.com. So Gisela, this is a guy who seems to have a little bit of a history of this behavior, yet still no one knows, no one is suspicious, no one sees or hears anything. Unfortunately, as we know in true crime, that's how predators and groomers operate, and they seem to have their appetite cannot be satiated. So, I mean, if he's not abusing a little girl in the home, or I don't know what he's doing to Jenn Soto, then he's filming under the door crack. I mean, it's so sickening to think that he was doing that, let alone everything he filmed on his phone with Maddie, dating back to when she was 8 years old. I want to put up on screen something else from the search warrant. During the Orange County Forensics Unit, they photographed numerous items of clothing and bedding which were identified as being in contact with the victim during sexual abuse. So this is stuff that's matching the photos that they retrieved from his phone. So that would have been something they would match up the photos that recovered from Stephan Sterns' phone and try to match up the rooms with they were taken in. And that would be very important evidence at his first trial, which of course would be for the SA, because it makes sense that all of those crimes were committed inside Jennifer Soto's home.
Yeah, and Billy, it also shows a long line of like conduct, that this wasn't maybe the attack on Madeline wasn't a single episode or how he abused her. It wasn't a single episode of anger or anything like that he did over the course of many months, perhaps years. That's his habit. That's how he acts at night. This is what he does. He may go around and take pictures of people surreptitiously. He may, so it shows a course of conduct, which shows habit, which is perfectly admissible. And so that just puts him deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole when his attorney may try to argue that there's some sort of misunderstanding, or you're not, don't believe what you see, members of the jury, because they've figured out exactly where he was when many of those photos were taken. They could replicate that photo over the course and do it for a number of photos that were taken with the timestamp over the course of years and months. So that really just gives, it's more rope that he's using to hang himself right now. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
100%. Fuzzy Doxy, thank you for the $9.99 super sticker. Good facts. Thanks, Fuzzy Doxy. Thank you for your contribution and for your continued support through this show. So much new information came out, and I thank, Grizzly was one of the persons that originally got a lot of this Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, they used to call it FOIL, Freedom of Information Law. And a lot of these reports were released as per the Freedom of Information Law.